there's a number of groups that are working to try to do what they can. I want to bring in Sean Penn, who's got a relief organization, CORE, which you started back you worked in Haiti. You and I have done a lot of stuff in Haiti on back in Katrina as well. Explain what you're doing with CORE right now.
Well, Brian Lord and Natalie Trent, CAA, the CAA Foundation, put together a coalition called SoCal Fire with LAUSD Education and the Entertainment Industry Fund. We were on the ground day one, working in the principal shelter, the Pasadena Civic Center, addressing immediate needs, which is going to be cash assistance in particular. There are two kind of categories of. There are those who can apply and need navigation on the application, and then there are those who don't have Social Security numbers for various reasons that we can then apply some of our funds to.
So you're trying to get cash in hand for people, because in a situation like this, I mean, they don't. In some cases, they don't even have their ATM cards or anything.
Yeah, I mean, it just takes a slow closing of one's eyes to think out what it would mean if all of a sudden everything's gone, and so that, along with, of course, the emotional trauma that. So, cash is unnecessary freedom to just get day by day.
You've worked in a lot of places where terrible things have happened, and I don't compare one disaster to another, but just can you just talk about some of the things you have seen and heard over the last couple of days? I mean, this is your community. This is where you live.
Yeah, this has kind of been a worst case scenario concern of everyone in the area for a long time. We know that there are going to be wildfires in this area. I don't prescribe too much to the conversations of complaint in terms of reaction. In fact, I thank every last firefighter. We have great firefighters from CAL FIRE to LA City, LA County, and all of those that have come in. But when you have the kind of winds that we had, I don't think mankind has come up with a solution to that. Mother Nature's bigger and more powerful than us, so people do make a choice to be in this area. But for the people living in particular Palisades and Altadena and so on, this is so unexpected. It's sort of, it's Gaza West up there. I know you've been up. It's really something to see an entire legacy of a community. I think of these 9-year-old kids who every day would meet each other on the corner on their bikes, knowing every corner and every store and shop owner, and it's all gone. And so it's more personal in that sense. I'm very immediately familiar. I'm not going to have to grow to be familiar with this area. So many people that we all know and care about lost their homes, and thank God, not the number of life lost like we had in Port-au-Prince, right?
Yeah. It's interesting. I was just talking to some firefighters up today, up in the Palisades area, and one of the things that they were saying is just what they did not expect was just the winds and the strength of the winds and just the weird way the winds were acting. I mean, there were hurricane force winds at times, so it was a fire with hurricane force winds. They generally, these firefighters are incredible. They know how fire moves. They can tell you how it's going to move up a mountain, but with these kind of winds, they were like, we can't predict how it's going to move.
Right, and then when you do get into an urban setting, you have wind deflection, so you've got things bouncing in different directions and vacuums happening, and it becomes so chaotic. And fueling it the whole time. So I think if we want to take responsibility, we should start with that there is a human impact on this climate, and these kinds of events are getting worse.
We're putting on the screen the info on CORE. And how people can get involved and what you all are doing. It's coreresponse.org/Southern California wildfires.
And the Southern California SoCal Fire Fund, which is the coalition.
The SoCal Fire Fund.
Yeah, that's the coalition. We're working as a team. So I don't remember new website address.
That's on. That we're putting that up as well. Listen, we meet in a lot of strange places, but it's. I appreciate your time.
Great to see you.
Take care. Thanks for all you're doing.